said, "Burr, it's cold in here. There must be some troubles in the atmosphere." I said, "Burr, it's cold in here. There must be some troubles in the atmosphere." Hey guys, it's me, BrittanyBearMakeup here. For those of you guys who are new, then welcome. Today's video, I'm so excited because I'm going to be walking you guys through the do's and the don'ts of eyeshadow. Eyeshadow can be so scary, and I know firsthand because I struggled so much with eyeshadow myself. But throughout the years, I have learned tricks and tips to really help you guys achieve the most beautiful, flawless eye look. So with that being said, guys, turn on your post notifications so you guys can be a part of my bear family. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and as always, guys, hit that subscribe button and keep on watching as I show you guys the do's and don'ts of eyeshadow.
You are now rocking with
Brittany, bitch.
Alright, Bear Fam, so today's video is going to be a very detailed do's and don'ts of eyeshadow. Eyeshadow has a tendency of sometimes coming out patchy, sometimes not blending the way we like it to blend, and today I really want to give you guys that confidence in this field to go out there to do eyeshadow to feel like it's blended and beautiful. So let's go ahead and get right to the video. So the number one thing that you probably may be skipping, and this could be a deal breaker in the eyeshadow area, is an eyeshadow primer. Now, I don't believe that you necessarily have to use a primer, but at least put some sort of liquid or concealer on your eye to really allow the eyeshadow to look extra pigmented and to really stick onto the product. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my MAC, and this is my soft ochre paint pot, and I'm gonna be taking a Morphe M224 brush. I'm going to apply my brush into the product, and then I'm gonna begin to apply this onto my eyelid. So as you can see, this is gonna take any discoloration that I have on my eyelid, as well as create a nice, beautiful base for the eyeshadow. I like to take my damp beauty blender after and just kind of pat the product in and really get the most even type of application. After we've gone ahead and we've applied a nice primer, we need to apply our eyeshadow. So what I'm going to be doing for this look is I'm going to take a very soft and fluffy brush that gives me a little bit more flexibility when blending out the eyeshadow. So I'm going to go into the shade Euphoric. Euphoric, I can barely say that. I'm going to begin at the corner and bring the eyeshadow upwards towards the inner corner of my eye. And as you guys can see, very, very light-handed. So taking this, I'm just very lightly buffing this into the eye. It's blending out beautifully. The pigment is there, it looks really beautiful. And I'm just going in and I'm enhancing the color a little bit and going in circular, light-handed motions, just like that. So as you guys can see, it's very subtle, it's very beautiful, and it's blended out gorgeously. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys what we tend to do when we do eyeshadow and why you're making a mistake. I'm gonna take a more dense brush like this that has more of that serious application to it. I'm gonna go into the same color, and I'm going to apply more pressure when applying the eyeshadow. So as you can see, I'm really pressing hard. This is one of the mistakes that we do, is that we apply too much pressure, and this is what causes streaks and blotchiness. Alright guys, so as you can see on this side, you have a little bit of that patchiness going on in the corner, as opposed to this beautiful transition that you see right here. It's very seamless. You don't really see any start or finish. It just looks very effortless and gorgeous. So I'm going to grab this little Dose of Colors brush, and I'm going to go into the shade right here, Divina. And I'm going to pack on this eyeshadow. I'm going to press the color into just the corner of my eye, just like that. We're creating a little bit more definition in the corner. So lightly packing it on, I'm really controlling where the product is going. I'm not swishing it all over my eyes. I'm really taking my time to focus on making this eyeshadow nice and gorgeous. The next step is going to be to blend it out. So going back into that very soft and fluffy brush, I'm going to go into those two shades that I have going on in my eye. And I'm going to take them and use it to just really buff and blend out both shadows. So with light pressure, I'm kind of tapping the product in and really focusing on blending it out. The only definition you see is right where I placed it in the corner. One helpful tip is that you definitely want to take your time and actually blend out the product. A lot of times we just quickly go in there and we don't really care, but blending is going to be your best friend. And always apply very, very light pressure when you're blending out any products on your eye. Alright guys, so here is the do of eyeshadow. Let's go ahead and show you the don't. So a lot of times what we do is we go in, we pack that color in. Remember, this side doesn't have any primer. So we go ahead and we pack that color, and we take that same very dense brush and we try to blend it out with a lot of pressure. Now, as you can see, when you don't have eye primer on one side of your eye, the product, when starting to blend out, is gonna become little dust particles, and it's pretty much just gonna leave your eye. This is the side with a little bit more primer, more control, and this is the side with the same amount of product, and as you can see, those colors are just not blending, they're looking patchy, and it's just not working. As you can see, there's all of this blotchiness going on. Just a couple of those steps really control that eyeshadow and give you more of that flawless finish. All right, guys, so now we're gonna do a little bit of cutting the eyelid to give it more dimension. So going back into that eye primer, I'm going to take the eye primer and that same concealer brush, and I'm gonna go in, and right there where my lid is, I kind of have it mapped out. I'm going to slightly begin to cut a very straight, well, it's not really straight, a perfectly curved, I guess you could say, eyelid right here. Now I'm gonna come midway and I'm just gonna kind of feather that into the purple shade that we have going on. Now on this side, as you can see, it's a hot mess. This is the don't side and it's pretty damn obvious. We're gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna show you when you cut your crease and you don't actually give it the full length that it needs, it's gonna make your eyes look a lot smaller. So I'm gonna grab this same product, except I'm actually gonna only cut my crease halfway, where I think my eyelid should be. So now that I've cut the crease on both sides of my eye, it is now time to pack a beautiful shimmery shade on top. I love this Lucido, I think that's how you say it. I'm gonna be taking the other side of my Dose of Colors brush. I went ahead and applied a little bit of setting spray to the tip of it. I'm gonna go into the shade right here, which is a beautiful, like, creamy champagne shade. So I love this brush because it gives me the perfect amount of control, and I'm just packing this color on. This is such a beautiful color, by the way. So I'm following this same actual shape that I did with the primer, and I'm just going in. Now, as you can see right here, there's a little bit of patchiness going on because they need to morph together to basically create a very beautiful, flawless transition. So going back into Divina with that other side of this brush, I'm just gonna slightly take this and I'm just gonna go in and almost tap the product so that it blends out nicely. So I'm just tapping the product, as you can see. So beautiful. Love the way this eye looks. Now on this side, as you can see, I cut my crease a little bit smaller. We're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. We're gonna go into the same champagne color. So I'm just going in. Looking at this eye, it looks more open. I look like I have more eyelid space. Looking at this eye, it looks very small, very messy. So you guys can already see how just by doing a couple of those things on this side can really drastically change your makeup game. All right, guys, so we are getting down to the last couple of things in this eyeshadow look that are really going to step up your eyeshadow game. Obviously, one of them is eyeliner. And eyeliner is so intimidating, so scary, especially if you do not know what you're doing. It can go really bad or it can go really good. And obviously, you want to choose an eyeliner that you feel comfortable with. So for today, I'm going to be taking the BALM, and this is their black matte eyeliner. I like to pull my eye upward, and I like to start at the very end and almost draw a straight line midway to the end of my brow. So as you can see, there's a tiny little gap. I stop halfway in between. After that, I like to go at the tip of the liner and bring it downward to my lower lash line. Then I fill in any gaps. Now obviously my eyeliner still needs a lot of help, and that's okay because that is when I go in. Once I have almost a little sample of what I want, I go in and I kind of start to shape the eyeliner and make it look a lot more presentable. So as you can see, I'm going in, I'm thickening it up in certain areas. So I like a very thick wing and a very thin inner band. So as you can see, guys, I spent a couple minutes really just lightly brushing on this liner and making sure that I get it to exactly the way that I want it to look. Now here is what a lot of us do wrong when applying eyeliner. A lot of us, first off, pick a type of eyeliner that we're not comfortable with. So off the bat, we're already very shaky and unaware of what we are achieving. A lot of times people go in and when they apply their eyeliner, and this is why I stretch my eye out, they find it very hard. In this corner, we typically have a lot of creases and a lot of crinkles. They find it really hard to actually get a very solid, straight flowing line. So that is normally when people attempt to do it and their eyeliner just gets thicker and thicker and longer and ends up looking extra incorrect. All right, Bear Fam, so after we went ahead and we actually cleaned up any fallout that we had from our eyeshadow, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on, and I'm gonna show you guys how how lashes and how mascara can really just make this look come together. So on this side, which is the good side, I'm going to show you guys how a thin layer of mascara prior to an eyelash is really just going to lift your eyelashes and make both of them come together and really look natural and beautiful. So I'm applying a very nice thin coat on. So when you actually don't apply mascara to your lashes prior to placing an eyelash on top, they're going to look extremely dusty, as you guys can see, and they're also not going to blend as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take my eyelashes. I'm going to apply a little bit of glue and make sure that the glue is slightly dry. That's going to allow you to place it on your eye and have it stay there. And I'm going to go and just stick it onto my lower lash line, just like that. Very simple. So once I feel like they're nice and secure, that is when I go in and I press both my real lashes together as well as the false lashes. And this is what's gonna make it look super beautiful and very, very natural. All right, so moving on to the other lashes, I'm gonna go ahead and do what a lot of people make the mistake of. They apply their glue and right away they go and they freak out, don't know how to place their lashes, so they go in and they place their lashes right above their lash line, just like this. Another mistake we make is that these little corners right here, we don't press them down, and because we don't press them down, you can obviously see them just kind of poking out from the side. I'm gonna go back into that purple shade that I had, and I'm just gonna slightly, very lightly, blend out that purple shade just to kind of bring the eyeshadow all together. Now I'm gently blending, I'm not adding a lot of pressure. Already looks so much better. And then I kind of clean up any fallout, anything I have going on the bottom. Now, a lot of times we make the mistake, we actually just take the eyeshadow, and once again, with a lot of pressure, we go in under the eye, and that is what we want to avoid. We want to just have a very thin, yet beautifully blended, flawlessly together eyeshadow look. Now, the last thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna apply bottom mascara. I've actually noticed that a lot of people don't do this, and I have no idea why. You are selling your bottom lashes short. So I'm gonna take my mascara and show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go in and apply a thin coat of bottom mascara, and I'm not gonna apply any lower mascara on this side so that you guys could see the drastic difference of what we're doing wrong when we don't apply bottom mascara. So this concludes today's tutorial. I hope you guys learned a lot. Maybe you realized that you might be doing something a little bit wrong on your eyeshadow, and that is why you're not getting your end final beautiful results. Trust me, eyeshadow's very intimidating. I have learned throughout the years a couple tricks myself, and I hope today's video was informative and that you guys loved it. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching today. I want to give my huge post notification shout out to my girl, Jasmine Renee. Thank you for having your post notifications on and for being a part of my Bear family. I love you so much. If you guys want a post notification shout out, all you guys gotta do is turn on your post notifications and comment when done. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and as always, guys, hit that subscribe button, and I will see all my Bear family in the next video. Bye, guys.